Hey guys, so I had to clear out a little room on my phone. It's so fucking hot here. Not even gonna go outside right now, at least till the sun goes down. So I figured I'd make another video while I'm waiting. What I've got in my hands, I picked up from a certain site. Most milsurp guys probably would know. The host I lovingly refer to as Sweaty Ben. Sometimes they're a little pricey, sometimes not. Right now on these, they're not. I paid $1.99 for this, and it's my Yugoslavian M57 Tokarev. I can see it's pretty freaking nice. So all together with the shipping, it was like 240 bucks. And I think they still have them on the site for $220 right now. Last time I looked. It's been a couple weeks. This is an actual military M57 because I'll see how well you can see it here. It does actually have the Yugoslavian crest. So this is an actual military milsurp gun. These do have a magazine disconnect in them. My particular one did not want to come out, so I just snapped it off because I hate magazine disconnects. It's one of my pet peeves. So now, before with the magazine disconnect, it would only come about, out about, that far. Now, comes out. Now this is an actual military mag because it has the lanyard loop on the bottom there. They still have the mags, I believe, for 20 bucks a pop, but they're new production mags, so they don't have the lanyard loop on there. Take your pick there. I've got a couple of them. They work just fine in this gun. I've heard some people complain about them, but now I wanted one of these for a long time, and I just couldn't justify spending what they wanted for the actual Tokarev. So when I saw this site have these, I'm like, I need one. Basically, a little hard to rack. So you can release it using that, but usually I just slingshot it. It does retain that half-cock position. The thing I liked about these are, I'd wanted one for a while. A lot of them have that stupid safety they put here or here. Depends on which side you're looking at. I think it's usually on this side. I hated that. It doesn't need a manual safety. And when you take it out, now you got a big gaping hole there. So whoever came up with the dingus idea, because this has got the trigger dingus like a Glock, perfect idea. And all you have to do is swap out the trigger to an original trigger. Now you don't even have the dingus. And these aren't a terrible trigger, but I love the round. These things are obscenely soft shooting for what they are. Granted, it is a heavy steel gun. That probably does help. But, I mean, you can see the condition. This thing is really nice condition. The sights on it aren't terrible. I mean, they're better sights than on a Makarov. They do make aftermarket grips that give it like almost like a Hogue style rubber grip that you can get off eBay, probably Amazon too. They're relatively cheap, 20, 30, I'm just gonna say under 40 bucks for the grips. And it probably would completely change the feel of the gun. Now, I don't mind the feel of the gun. It actually feels pretty good in hand. I've shot it a bunch. I haven't had any failures. I don't shoot the military surplus leftover ammo out of it, but I typically will stay with PPU for my milsurp guns because it's good quality. It's reasonably priced, compared to like Winchester metric. And if you've priced any of that ammo for any of these military surplus guns like the Russian stuff, it's expensive. And honestly, I can't justify spending that kind of money. Maybe if I was going to go hunting with, you know, my SKS, maybe I might pick up a box of the hunting ammo, but honestly, probably not. I've got Wolf Hollow points, so I would probably end up just using those, or maybe some PPU soft point 7.62 .39. And that's all you really need. It is actually a pretty nice trigger pull. There is a little bit of take up, but it's very 1911-ish. This is actually, basically, they stole one of John Browning's designs. This is basically a copy. I'm not 100% sure, but like the Colt 1903 hammer, but I'm not sure on that. But there's definitely a lot of John Browning in this gun. So you definitely consider it, you know, one of the, basically a John Browning design, even though he didn't design it, because the Russians like copying everybody else and ripping off their designs. Yeah, so if you ever get the chance and if you want one, highly recommend one of these. I'm just waiting to save up a little money so I can get a holster for this, because I've seen on eBay they make, it's under 20 bucks, a full leather holster shoulder rig. So you can get a shoulder holster, and they claim that you could also take it off the shoulder holster rig and use it as a outside the waistband holster too. So I would actually carry this gun. Probably will at some point. But the only thing I'm going to do is probably put a little bit of high-vis paint on that front sight. I mean, would I like it? Oh wait, that front sight is actually dovetailed in there. I don't know if you could actually get a different front sight, like a night sight or anything for it. I thought it was actually milled in that one. So, I mean, but chances of actually finding anybody that makes aftermarket sights for these, who knows. But it is a fantastic shooter. I've probably put a couple hundred rounds through it now, 300-400 rounds, and I haven't had any failures with it at all. It just runs like a champ. And it's a little on the hard side to rack, but these are plenty aggressive enough to actually rack it. I don't need the forward since, oh, look at that. That's actually pretty easy to press check without them. Would I? No. There's not much I don't like about this gun, honestly. I mean, the trigger could be a little bit better, but honestly, it's a great shooting gun. I love the caliber. I wish I could find one of the Norinco pistols, because I've seen it. I don't know if they ever imported any to the US, but Norinco made a P226 clone in Tokarev caliber, which would be really, really nice to have. I would love to have a double stack, basically 226 or 229, I'm not sure on the sizing, that takes the Tokarev caliber. Because that ammo seems to be a lot cheaper than 357 SIG. I wish 357 SIG wasn't so expensive, because I would probably buy one. But that's neither here nor there. It's probably out of favor, just like 40 caliber is going. But if you're in the milsurps like me, you definitely got to get one of these before they dry up. Because once they do dry up, these things are going to skyrocket in value. pretty much like all milsurp guns. I mean, I bought my Yugoslavian Mauser, my M48, about 3 years ago now. I paid $250 for it, and now they're going for like 500 bucks. That's how fast. In 3 years, it's doubled in price. Would I ever sell it? Probably not. Not unless I really had to, because I don't like selling my guns. The only gun I've sold was with my Glock 17, Gen 4. Hated it, hated the ergonomics on it, couldn't stand the finger grooves. So I ended up selling it and used that money to buy a Swiss K31, which I keep messing with Sean Ponnery about because I know he wants one and he ain't getting it. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. I had to clear out some room on my phone just to do this video, so hope you enjoyed the video. Probably rambling a little bit, but whatever. See you later.